Hi folks, so today we're going to do another tutorial, and this time it's on these guys. Now this is actually very loosely based on a creature that I used to have nightmares about when I was about 11 or 12. Obviously it wasn't quite as pretty as this, but I figured it would make an interesting build. I didn't really originally intend to do it as a nether portal, but when I'd built two that were a certain distance apart, I thought, well, that looks like a really good spot to put a portal. And this is what it looks like. And then I kind of decided, with a little bit of help from some other people, that maybe it'd be a good idea to put the whole portal as a tutorial. Now obviously you guys aren't going to need to have the horizontal lines of obsidian throughout the portal, you guys with your newfangled versions of Minecraft, but me being stuck in the past, yeah, I had to do it, otherwise my portal would not have lit. Anyway, that's not really an issue, still looks pretty cool. So without further ado, let's get started. Now I've started on the 12th block, so there's 11 hello sheep, so it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's the 12th block. Now you don't have to do it that high, you can do it higher or lower, really doesn't matter. It was very random, the decision to do it that high, so that's really up to you. Again, with polished diorite I've used, and that's just simply, again, so that you can see each block clearly. So we're just doing the base now. So that's a nice simple start. And then you're really just going to come out one block on the front and one block at the back, and you keep it the same width for now. And then you're just going to do the same thing one step up. And again, keeping it the same width, so you don't have to change that yet. So now we're just going to start on the curl of the tail. So this is the front. And that's the tail done. So then the next part we're going to work on is just, I guess, the lower part of the back. And this is where we start to bring it out a little bit wider. And we're going to come out one block wider again, so this is just giving the body a little bit more shape. So now what you're wanting to do is actually put 3 blocks of the body colour in the chest. And that will become apparent as to why you do that when we do the head, because that's going to be part of the nose of the seahorse. So we're just about to start doing the head. So this is the start of it here. And these 2 blocks that I'm putting on here, they're actually the brow. Then you're going to put another one there, just to give him a bit of an expression, I guess. And the eyes will go underneath. Now, I did a bit of experimentation for the eyes, and I found the best way to do it was with a light source. So for me, it was just a sea lantern just behind the eye, and then we're going to put an item frame on that, and then a block of black concrete and some stained glass. And that works really well, and it sort of looks as if it follows you when you move around. And I think that sort of happens because it's set back a little bit. So it's kind of a cool effect. Now the block that I'm about to place, it could be a step if you wanted to. It looks quite good with a step there. Depends on what you actually build the seahorse out of. So you can see here those 3 blocks of the body colour in the chest. Now this is where it should all sort of meet up, hopefully, all going well. So it's just sort of the outer ring around the bottom of the seahorse's nose. So everything going well, it should all kind of meet up. And it'll make more sense in a second. So there you go. You can see the back part of the nose there in the chest. That's sort of how it's meant to be. So we're very nearly done as far as the body of the seahorse goes. The last bit of it's really quite straightforward. So you're just going to do the top of the head now. So the next step is to do the mane. Well, I guess it's called the mane, I'm not really sure. You could do it obsidian, whatever, doesn't really matter. So I'm going to just rough it in for a start, and then, yeah, we'll go from there. I do make a few slight changes as I do this part of it, and yeah, you'll just notice that as you go. Originally I made a real dog's breakfast of it, so yeah, I'm hoping that this is reasonably easy to follow. So now we begin on the wings. So you can see here it's the 5th block down from the shoulder and it's the 3rd block in. So that's where you want to start. So you can see here that we've gone 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. And then you're just going to go into the back there and fill it in. You don't really have to do this, but I just found that it was easier. So you're going to do kind of a T shape here. So you've got 3 blocks up and then you've got 3 across the top. So this one will actually be 4 blocks. I did originally do it 3, but then I changed that. And then you just step it up and go 5. And then you'll be going 4 and then 3 and 2. Then you'll see that I take out a couple of blocks, and this is just giving the wing a little bit more shape. And then we're going to go back to that T shape, and we're just going to do single blocks diagonally down, and there'll be 4 of those. And then we start doing 2s. And then we're going to do 2 single ones again. And that just gives the bottom part of the wing a little bit of a curve. So yeah, that's not looking too bad. So then we're going to go back to those 4 single blocks and just place another one on top. Then we'll go around the back and do the same thing. That's just so the wings don't look quite so flat. And then we start doing the white. Then you're just going to fill that part in. I would like to apologise for the really shoddy editing as well, and I hope it hasn't made it too hard to follow. Now for the other wing, I've actually sped up the video just simply because I think it's easier for you to use the wing that you've just built for reference rather than watching this. One thing that I didn't show building the first wing was just this little detail. So it's just like, I suppose you could call it almost a claw at the front of the wing. Now you can see on this wing here that I've done a bit of a mistake, so yeah, I just have to fix that up. And Bob's your uncle, and you're done. So now you can go and build another one, and hopefully you'll end up with them looking like this. Now these guys are 26 blocks apart, but don't worry too much about getting that number exactly right. You want roughly that many. All it's going to do is make your portal a little bit narrower if it's, you know, less than that, or a little bit wider other way, so it's all good. Now I've just started 3 blocks in here, and I've come 1 block out from the seahorse, and I will tell you in a sec just how high this side of the portal needs to be. Now you'll have to bear with me here because I didn't actually do this with a tutorial in mind as far as the portal goes. So here I'm just sort of blocking in just a bit of an idea of the shape, but I can give you all the numbers and things as we go. So this bit here that we're building now is actually going to be 49 blocks high. So all up, the build is about 90. So once you get to 49 high, you're just going to build across. And then you're going to step in, and you're going to go up 6. Now when you're building curves, I've found the best thing to do is, like in this case, I'm going up 6, and then I'm going to go 5, and then 4, 3, 2, 1. And that just gives you a really nice, gentle curve. So yeah, this next one's 5, and so on. So now you're going to start doing 2. So that's 2, another 2, another 2, and then a 1, a 1, and a 1. And hopefully that helps, because it is a bit of a mess really. Like I say, I really hadn't planned to do this as a tutorial. So that's given a really nice arch at the top there. And then you just put a few extra blocks at the top. So now you're just going to come in. I picked 5 as the width of the frame of the portal. You know, if you wanted your portal a little bit narrower, you could do it wider than 5. Now you could also, I mean here, just because I was blocking in and I wasn't really sure what I was going to do, I just kept doing it with concrete, but obviously you could start doing it with obsidian now, because this is kind of where the actual portal will be. So here I'm doing the bottom of the portal 10 blocks off the ground. So it's the 11th block from ground level. And it probably seems like there are a lot of variables, but it really doesn't matter. It's up to you as to what you want to do. It's just kind of a nice flexible design. So now you're just going to go one block in, and yeah, you're just going to follow the curve up. So still 5 there. And you'll just see that I think it's sort of one block below the outside curve where I step it in. And you'll do the same on the other side. And hopefully you'll meet somewhere in the middle. So I've got to the top here, and I have a little bit of a change. You'll see that I light the portal. So I've cut out a little bit where I replaced all that concrete with obsidian. So there's the portal lit, and as I said at the beginning of the video, I have to divide it into pieces so the portal will actually light. And there's just the top bit there. So this is where I'm going to have to leave the video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you have a go at making it. And leave a comment. I'd love to know how you go. So next week I will have the rest of it, and goodbye.